Hello, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the power of analytics in ClientPoint's platform. All right, when you're in a sales process, normally when we send marketing material or proposals, we can end up quite in the dark. We don't know, for example, if a prospect has opened up our proposal or our marketing materials, and if they even have, what did they do? Did they spend 10 seconds on the proposal? Did they look at all of the content? Did they share it with anybody? Well, with ClientPoint, you now know that information. And the importance of knowing that information, of course, is the more informed the salesperson is, the more contextually they can follow up with their prospect. To start talking about analytics with ClientPoint, the first thing to mention is that when somebody opens up your proposal or marketing content and they're in your sales process, you'll first of all get an email notification or a text message notification. It'll look something like this: XYZ company proposal view confirmation. Okay, so if I'm the sales rep, I can see that Alex Doe, the person I'm working with, has opened up and viewed the proposal. Now, if I want to see exactly what they did in the proposal, I can go ahead and click the link here provided by ClientPoint. So now it's taking me inside the ClientPoint platform where I can see exactly what took place within that viewing session. So I see it's been viewed one time and they spent 8 minutes on the proposal. And let's say in this pretend business scenario, we know that the average signer spends between 8 and 15 minutes. I know they're a great lead. But if we know that the average signer, meaning the average one deal, only spends around 20 minutes on a proposal or an hour on a proposal, and they typically share it 2 or 3 times, we know we have some work to do. And we can follow up with Alex and keep the conversation going and even ask about, hey, is there anything else I can do to help loop so-and-so in to make sure that they view the proposal as well? So we can tell that Alex has not forwarded on this proposal to any other stakeholders. But let's just say Alex is the decision maker and the signer. Well, we can see exactly what Alex did. So I see that, again, there's no downloads, no shares, and no comments, but if I do want to see what Alex spent their time on, I can get a quick pie chart overview of how the time was broken down here based on the files that I provided in the proposal, or based on each individual viewing session, I can click more info. I can even see which IP address and where they were when they viewed the proposal. Now, quickly I can see, okay, the cover letter was viewed for 29 seconds. I just want to see what that cover letter was again. Oh, okay, I remember. And this cover letter was built via the ClientPoint automation. All right, great. They watched 1 minute and 44 seconds of the testimonial video. If I want to take a look at the testimonial video, I can. And what I'm demonstrating here is a really great proposal that is telling a story. So a lot of times what's happening with proposals in the, just in the traditional way of doing business is it gets very transactional, where proposals can become a bit of just kind of legalese, and it starts to lose that relationship feel in the sales process. So it's important that you can throw in really great storytelling in the proposal with case studies, with testimonial videos. And I've always been surprised being at ClientPoint and seeing the analytics and the data we have on the amount of time that people spend looking at proposals even after they said, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to sign. So what that means is storytelling on a proposal certainly does help win more sales. With ClientPoint, you may have heard this already, you will see about a 30% minimum increase in your conversion rate. Analytics are a big part of that. If you're in a marketing department, you can see based on the viewing behavior how effective your marketing material is. So, for example, if you have a PowerPoint in here as part of your proposal and somebody sees that or you see that people aren't really consuming the PowerPoint, maybe they're only looking at it for 10 or 20 seconds and it's really like a 2-minute presentation, you know that you're missing something in the PowerPoint to keep folks' attention. So this is a great tool for marketing to really test the effectiveness of their content in a real-world situation when prospects are most valuable, and that's at the sales pipeline level and, of course, the proposal level. And then, the salespeople and sales leaders can have great benefits of using the analytics as well. If you're a sales leader, and let's say you're trying to forecast the business, or maybe even operations is looking to forecast the business, well, you can look in and you can see what your deal flow looks like based on some of these analytics. So I know, sometimes sales folks will forecast a deal to be closed, and a sales leader can then go in, or head of operations, and say, hey, this is interesting. You said this deal is going to come in this month, but they haven't even looked at the proposal. Or, hey, they've really only spent 10 seconds on the proposal and they haven't shared it with their CEO. I'm really not quite sure that this deal is really going to come in this month. Maybe we should do some coaching and a little strategy session to figure out, what we need to do to get this deal done. All right, so that's a quick overview on some of the power of analytics. Hope it was helpful, and thanks. Bye-bye.